How's it hanging, fellas? I'm OrosZ and this is another episode of Half-Life 2, and if you just saw, I used the wrong fucking... oh my god. I used the wrong... gotta fix that. Oh, I'm such a dumbass. What am I loading? What am I doing? Where am I? There you go. Shadows are back. Look how the game was supposed to actually look. It was supposed to be dark as fuck. And I maybe made it easier on myself by not making it dark as fuck. Anyway, last episode I was for 50 minutes talking about Rayman. And I was gonna tell you what are my next Let's Plays I have planned. And now I was gonna record Sonic games. That's what I was just talking about, but the video ended, so I had to record footage for commentary for this one. Oh, man, now I gotta fucking find that stupid fucking image again. Oh my god. So stupid of me. Yeah, so now Sonic 1 and 2 I have on my Sega Master System collection. That would be easy to record. I just have to beat those two games by myself, which aren't very long, so I could probably do both of them in like one sitting. Depends on how hard they will get, of course. And then at some point I'll just do them, but also with the commentary. It's a lot of gunshots going on, I can't hear myself. But whatever, I'll edit them out. I mean, I'll lower the volume on them. And Rayman Adventures. I already recorded the entirety of Rayman Adventures, but I was playing on PS Now and the footage for it looks fucking horrendous. So I bought the GOG version. I don't know what kind of re-release is it, but the director's cut. The PS Now version is like a re-release of the original one, I guess. So I bought the director's cut in GOG, and I'm gonna record it again, because it just looks so terrible. It's unimaginably bad. I'm probably gonna sit down today and record it. Maybe I'll do it in one sitting, who knows. But then Sonic Adventure 2, I also have GOG. I already bought the two games. Sonic Adventure 2 has a weird glitch at the beginning. It's not a very game-breaking glitch, but just a visual glitch. There's a weird texture popping in and out on the screen for some reason. Sonic Heroes, Sonic Generations. I was gonna do Lost World, but then I found out there's no other version of Lost World, but on the Wii U. And I don't have a Wii U, and I never even had. That sucks because I always wanted to play Lost World. It was fun, despite people saying that it's kind of shitty. Sonic Heroes, Sonic Generations. I already did Sonic Forces and Sonic Mania. Oh yeah, I was gonna re-record Sonic Mania. Sonic CD. Maybe after maybe this is the continuity I should call it. Sonic 1, 2, 3, and then Mania. So we do all four of these old school looking 2D ones. And then we're gonna move on to Adventure and Generations. Yeah, fighting a Strider is really annoying. So it takes so many fucking hits. Oh Jesus, and I also thought of Team Sonic Racing. Maybe we're gonna do these at the end. Team Sonic Racing, and before that, I could record on Steam. There is Sonic and the Sega Racing Transform, which is honestly my second favorite racing game. The first would be Crash Team Racing. It's Nitro Fueled original one. I just kind of think of them as the same game. I absolutely love that game, and it's not only one of my favorite games, it's definitely my favorite kart racer game. Ah, that would have been such a sick shot. My favorite kart racer, and but the second one I would put on the list would have to definitely be Sonic and the Sega Transform. It's such a fun game, and honestly compared to it, Team Sonic Racing comes off as really disappointing. I brought a fucking drink to the recording. with me and I didn't even open it, I forgot. I was so busy talking about Rayman last episode. Yeah, just black energy, default dash. It's not even gonna review it. I think I probably reviewed it before. It's alright. Slightly worse than the one I usually drink, but still pretty good. And I don't know if I have any other Sonic games I want to make. I guess whatever Sonic brings in the future. I don't know what it could be. Really don't fucking know. And once I finished recording all those Rayman games and the Rabbids games yesterday, you know what, I finished them earlier than I thought, and I was just kind of sitting there and thinking like, I either go to sleep now because it was kind of late, or I'm gonna just sit around and play some more video games. And I was playing a game called Barnyard. Do you remember when, around 2006 I believe, Barnyard, a Nickelodeon movie, came out to not really good reviews, but the movie did well. But the video game that came out on PS2, Wii, and PC at the time, I was playing the PC version, but as a kid I played the PS2 version, and they're basically all the same, so it doesn't matter. They're not like Rabbids Go Home, where one version is just basically a cut-up version. I don't understand why. If you could emulate those controls on the Wii pretty well on a controller, because I was playing with a controller, why not fucking go ahead and just port the whole game on PC? Instead it's like a PC version that's kind of like cut up into levels. It's almost like it's a playable demo for the Wii version. The Wii version. Yeah, and but he has a rocket launcher. Who the fuck gave him that?
If you can make it there, you should have everything you need to take down these striders.
And always one thing about these microphones that I have, they have this cushion on them. This protection thing, this like filter. I'm not a fan of those. They usually collect a lot of dust and it's kind of hard to clean them. My first headphones I was using for recordings, the Fatality ones, they also had that going on. But even those ones, they had a longer microphone, so it was like in front of my face and not like on the side of my mouth. I don't know, maybe it doesn't matter. Yeah. Barnyard. What can I say about Barnyard? Barnyard is an open world, kind of a GTA clone. And there's not much footage of it. There's only like some walkthroughs from back when the like game came out and online on YouTube. There's like some fucking walkthroughs from like 2017. It doesn't seem like anybody talks about that game. It's like an obscure fucking hidden gem in my opinion, because it's a really fun game. The thing about it, all the missions and all the mini games you're tasked with doing are all actually really fun. They're not like some shitty mini games, like for example Rayman. Actually no, Rayman didn't had mini games, but whenever it like changed up the thing, Rayman 2 had these like flying shell segments, or a running shell, and they were kind of shitty because the shell was so finicky and it could easily blow up even though it shouldn't. But then, you know, Barnyard, I guess, mini games are really fun. It's a bad comparison, I don't know. In San Andreas, there are mini games to do, right? But like arcade games and shit like that, dancing cars. And that's also kind of what this game does. The map's obviously way smaller. The plot is, it's actually a prequel to the movie, because the movie, I watched it once as a kid and I remember nothing from it but Mr. Bombastic. And also the song during credits was like a cool rock song. Those are like only two things I remember from that movie. I had this thing as a kid where I didn't know how to like download music on my phone, so what I would do instead, I would like turn on the recorder, the voice recorder on my phone, and then I would like turn on music and just put the recorder up to the fucking speaker and record music that way. So if anyone would walk in or make a sound, the whole song would have been ruined. haven't played it for very long, and I don't really intend to like go and beat it now. I just kind of wanted to remind myself of that game because it was really fun. The reason I never beat it as a kid is really funny, because there's a mission that I genuinely was scared of as a kid. That wasn't because it was hard, it wasn't because, I don't know, the game broke or anything. I was genuinely, as a kid, scared of a mission in a Barnyard movie tie-in video game from PS2. I went the wrong way, and I got fucked up by a strider, I think. Well, I almost did. Look, it hit like a penis wobbling around. It's gross. Finding these fucking striders so annoying. And in that mission, there's a mission where you have to like protect chickens from raccoons, and you have to like guide them to a chicken coop. But there's one mission, I think it might be the last one out of these missions, where instead of guiding chicken to a chicken coop, well, you're still guiding chickens to a chicken coop, but instead of raccoons, you're being chased by like little devils. And the music is kind of scary, or at least I remember it being scary. Nowadays I'm probably fucking scared by shit like that. And the sky goes red. The whole game gets like this kind of scary look to it. That's probably the reason why I was scared of it and I never beat it. But yeah, I played that game a lot. Gotta say, whoever animated the female cow that you play as, god damn it. What the fuck? Maybe that psychologically scarred me for the rest of my life. I don't mean it in a bad way, like, oh, I'm not afraid of cows now. No, I don't mean that. You'll see it if you look up the footage of this game. You'll know what I fucking talk about. Alright, you played it yourself. Someone put a lot of effort into the hips animation. Play as a fucking furry cow with fucking thick hips. I think I said enough, right? I feel like almost this game could have been turned into a pretty interesting RPG if it actually allowed you to choose dialogue options. But if it did that, it's like a kid's game, it probably wouldn't affect the story. It's a THQ game. It's not made by THQ, but it's published by... Man, these things are so fucking annoying. Look, I see their shadow at the bottom. A glitch helped me out. A glitch. Shit. Man, I can't believe I fucked up the intro to this fucking episode, man. Such a dumbass. I still haven't gotten around to editing any of those Rayman episodes, so I just have like 5 different Rayman Let's Plays and I haven't edited any of them. Actually, I have a lot of Let's Plays at the moment that I haven't edited or done anything with. Like Battle Block Theater. I finished that whole game like a while ago and I still haven't edited it or anything like that. Oh, shooting. I'm in such a good spot. If I fuck it up, I'm dumb. I'm a dumbass. Oh, is it Dave the Strider? From the fanfic I was reading? I wonder if I'll have so much to say about Rayman in like my Rayman 2 and 3 Let's Play, or I'll actually have something interesting to talk about, where I wouldn't have to look up Rayman fanfics and start reading them. I bet there's a fanfic where someone was so mad at Rayman rabbits that he just wrote a fanfic where Rayman goes on a rampage murdering fucking rabbits. And probably with me. No, I never wrote a fanfic. I had kind of fanfictions like in my head when I was playing video games, thinking about them later, but I never wrote them down. I'm trying to think of one. Well, I've had a lot of Crash Bandicoot ones, where Crash was like going on some weird looking adventures and shit. than the last one, swear to God. Yeah, but my fanfics usually just combine like all the video games I liked. Like Rayman, Crash, Sly Cooper, KO, Ratchet and Clank, I don't know what else. Sonic. Yeah, and I also have intention of recording KO2 because I got it for free on Steam one day. It was a while ago already, but KO2 is the only good one. And they're working on KO4, so I figured, you know, I hate the first one, so I'm probably not gonna do it. I don't think it's good. A lot of people say it's a pretty good 3D platformer, but I don't think so. It's pretty shitty. But KO2, the KO2 is just a fucking Rayman ripoff, Rayman 2 ripoff. Honestly. Now KO2 is a Rayman 3 ripoff. But it's like original enough to where it's like I can forgive it for basically stealing ideas from Rayman 3. I don't care so much. I played it a lot as a kid. I have a lot of nostalgic memories to it. KO3 on the other hand, when it came out, I got it, I don't know if it was release date, but I got it like when it came out. Might have been the first game that I got when it came out. Or around the time where I actually cared and I didn't play like already 10-year-old games when I was a fucking kid. I guess they're not an ally, they're shooting at my direction. Wow, what a gunfight. Are any of us gonna hit each other ever? I did it, look, it's a weird light. Man, I'm like a sniper, I don't even need a sniper rifle. I'm just so accurate, there's no recoil in this game. Yeah, and... I don't know. I'm trying to think of other, like, kind of old platformer franchises that I wanted to record. You know, I thought I would record Sly Cooper and Ratchet and Clank games. The PlayStation now wouldn't work like shit. But unfortunately it does work like shit, so I'm not even gonna bother. Oh, and I probably will re-record Mortal Kombat 9 as well. Except I don't know if this week I'll be so fucking... This entire week I'll be ignored like every fucking responsibility I had to take care of, and I was just simply fucking playing video games all fucking week. I was like, fuck everything, I don't give a shit. Fuck off, leave me alone. I don't fucking care. I wish I could do that for the rest of my life, just like everyone leave me the fuck alone. People texting me, telling me stuff, I just don't even read it. Fuck that. Ah, nice. Another goddamn Strider. I got moves like Strider. I got moves like Strider? That's a good episode name. Should remember that. Write it down. Or something. You know, since I'm kind of running out of things to say, maybe I should actually finish reading that stupid fanfic I started reading. It'd be kind of a bummer if I didn't finish it. And there's only 2 chapters left, so maybe they're not that long. Let me see. Team Sonic Racing is kind of hard to get, by the way. I was looking for it yesterday, since I got paid again. And I actually only found like one fucking place to buy it online. Steve the Headcrab, Chapter 7. The duo reached the outskirts of City 17, where Dave lowered himself down to let Steve jump over an outer wall. Never thought I'd see this place again. All that time I spent trying to get away just to come crawling back for more. Steve musings were soon cut short by the sound of gunfire in the distance. It's much larger than it used to be, though. He turned around to look back at the Strider expectantly. Fuck are these words? Expectantly? I'm afraid this is as far as I go, little guy, Dave said with a hint of sadness in his voice. You're on your own from here. Wait, why? Not to pressure you or anything, but you'd be a big help getting around this place. I mean, listening to them going at it in there, it's like a full-out war or something. Wet stick out like a sore thumb, and you know that the humans wouldn't hesitate to shoot us on sight. Besides, you're the one that wants to get home, not me. I'm just fine doing my own thing from here on out. Oh yeah, Dave was like a cool guy? I forgot about that. A brief silence rose between the two as Steve became lost in thought. He was once again close to his goal, but he'd be leaving behind his only real friend in this world. Was friend too strong of a word for them? Steve wasn't too sure where they stood at this point. He had relied on others throughout his quest to return to Xen, but Steve knew he had to make this last leg of his journey on his own. Steve sighed, even though they only spent a short time together. He grew to enjoy Dave's presence, but their paths would both diverse from here. And they both knew it. Well, I guess I can't stop you. What are you going to do? Just wander around some more? Yeah, probably, Dave admitted, looking around at his surroundings. Hey, maybe I'll find some other guy that were abandoned too. Maybe make some friends, start a little village. Who knows, really? Sky's the limit. Steve was pretty jealous of Dave's position in life. No responsibilities or obligations. Complete freedom to do anything without any boundaries. I feel like they write some shit wrong. I keep thinking that I'm the dumbass that can't fucking read, but maybe they just wrote it fucking wrong. But Steve had a mission and a home to get to. Well, bon voyage, Dave, he said, unintentionally borrowing the farewell from Kleiner. Oh, is he like picking up on Kleiner's things?
Look out, Freeman!
Even though he doesn't realize it. It's been real, Steve. I'd say I'll see you around, but if all goes well, that won't happen. This is where I go off. Good luck, man. Dave slowly stepped away from the wall and began to leave. He gave the shortest of glances back at Steve and nodded before disappearing into the horizon. Steve stared into the distance as he finished collecting his thoughts. He turned toward the city and jumped down the streets. Steve had massively underestimated the chaos that was now going on inside City 17 as the gunfire became louder and more frequent. Steve could see smoke rising into the sky. He stuck to back alleys and rooftops as he made his way further into the city. All the while desperately looking for landmarks or anything he finds familiar. He'd lost count of how many times he had to hide from passing humans or Combine forces. The humans are really getting the rebellion they wanted, Steve thought. Just gotta make sure I'm not one of the casualties of it.
This close to the Citadel, they've turned the streets over to Striders.
Making his way onto another rooftop, he saw a plaza in front of him. There was a high ground. That was a Star Trek reference, guys. Making his way onto another rooftop, he saw a plaza in front of him. There was a monument in the center that was with several holographic screens torn off it and broken. He also saw a large, distinct building that looked familiar. Is it the building I just been to? But he just couldn't put his claw on it. Counting on, Steve began to wonder what it was in City 17 that he did find familiar. He spent all that time in Kleiner's lab, so the only bit of the outside he saw was through windows or on the surveillance monitors. Steve was struck with inspiration. He just had to find the location where Kleiner's cameras were and make his way back to the lab from there. He exited an alley to find a small playground. This puzzled him since he doesn't recall ever seeing any human children in the city. He knew it had to do something. He knew it had something to do with the suppression pit, or whatever they call it. Although these areas were familiar, he only had a hazy memory of the specifics and was mostly unconscious during the move to 17. Apparently he was put under to ensure a safer and swifter voyage to the new lab, but his travels was more akin to a domestic pet in a carrier. But Steve couldn't find his way back just fine. He had gotten an education and degree like any respectable head crab. Surely the lab would be just around the corner. Several rounded corners later, and Steve was in now. Fucking goddamn, such an idiot. Several rounded corners later, and Steve was not, in fact, at Kleiner's lab. Not that he was close, however. When he saw the visage of Wallace Breen plastered on the walls, somehow that human had managed to rise to the position of Earth's ruler, albeit under the watchful eye of the Combine. This jogged Steve's memory as he began to search for the secret passage behind the wall. As he activated the mechanism and the path ahead opened, Steve knew he was almost there. Steve arrived at what appeared to be a dead end. He knew there was yet another secret passage and he was almost there. At times he wondered if Kleiner was being too paranoid with defenses. But seeing as the area seemed intense compared to the rest of the city, he supposed he could give the human a bit of credit. Looking around the room, the only thing of note was a vending machine, advertising Dr. Green's special brand of drink, of course. The blanks in Steve's memory filled in as he jumped up and buttons to try to remember the code to open the back door. As he tried various combinations, he thought it was rather silly how Kleiner had chosen the soda machine as the last line of defense. Apparently the scientists of Black Mesa really liked their soda. When was this written, excuse me? 2011. They really liked their soda. Or it was a Half-Life VRAI reference. And this was written in 2011. Just as Steve was thinking of giving up, the vending machine rumbled in front of it, opened up. Steve jumped down and strolled on through, only to be met with a barrel of shotgun. Well, I knew everything was going a little too well, Steve thought to himself. A feeling of dread overcame as he quickly accepted his death. He should have heeded Dave's warning, but his time was up. All that was left was the gun's trigger to be pulled and it would be all over. Instead of hearing the sound of his imminent death, though, Steve heard a familiar voice. Ah, they live and breathe. Lamar, is that you? I don't know, Dr. Kleiner, but it was just a generic head trap that's about to kill you. That didn't take long. Chapter 8. It's written in a... what the fuck? What? Okay. Maybe I should read that chapter next episode just to be sure. I got a feeling I'm gonna spend a long time reading it. The next episode's also 30 minutes long. That's why I was saying last episode that I'm gonna be here for 2 hours, goddammit. And I still had that Raymond Raven Rabbits episode to record. And now I gotta find the goddamn Half-Life picture and put it in. So annoying. Like I can't fuck something up, dude. You know what happened in that one episode where I said I lost footage? Maybe what happened, OBS froze. Cut out the footage of me going from one area to another. But I got a feeling that if I did that, I would have remembered that. I don't know, I feel like that would have upset me, and I would remember to mention that in when I would be recording the commentary for this shit. Fallout 3. Fallout New Vegas. Well, New Vegas got a DLC for the Frontier, and from what I heard, content-wise it's really cool because it's entirely fan-made, so it's all for free. It's a Nexus. But the footage I've seen of dialogue people written for it, oh my god. It's like they hired Fallout fanfiction writers to write it. And it's like they kind of hinted at stuff like, there's this one line of dialogue I saw people make fun of. There's a character, I don't know who she is in the context of the story of the DLC, but basically she has a line that I don't know. She says something about if she took off her shoes now, she could kill her with the smell of her feet, right? And it's just like I have a feeling someone wrote it because they want her to take off her shoes. Do you guys have a fetish for that? Like smelly feet? That's a fetish, I guess. It's not the weirdest shit, but it's like, I don't know, I don't have a fetish for smelling fucking feet. I was reading that fanfic and I just smelled my own breath and I was like, oh. That's not good. We should make virtual reality more realistic.
Join you, Dr. Freeman.
4D, you know, 4D. Ever been to like a 4D cinema? I remember that I watched the last Pirates of the Caribbean in like 4D. where like the movie played and the seats would like move as the action was going on. And the sea, and it would be like sprinkled with water whenever there was like an action scene taking place on the ocean. It almost feels like they made this whole shit for that movie. And how well did the 3D held up in the world of film? Nobody makes movies just to put like some cool 3D effects in it. I feel like theaters don't even, they probably still have 3D in them, but it's not as big of a thing. It was like a fad, it faded away. Nobody gives a shit about stuff in 3D anymore. I remember how cool it was to have a 3D TV that supported like 3D glasses and you could watch movies in 3D in your own house. Nobody cares anymore. It's all a thing of the past. I hope one of the Striders is Dave's Strider. So I'll have the satisfaction of killing a famous Strider. I'll be honest, I can't wait to read Dark's fans again. I'm gonna hold you in anticipation too, and read the next episode. You know what's one thing that sucks? Maybe it doesn't suck, but one thing I did with these decent Rayman Let's Plays, instead of recording each episode, I just record the whole game in one go. And then I'll have to cut up a 6 hours long footage of Rayman 3 into like, I don't know, 30-minute long episodes. It all depends really, but I got a strange feeling that all the episodes will be really long.
Take this med kit.
And also the levels are inconsistent in their length, so I don't know how will I cut the game up? We'll see. I'll do it though, close to when I'm about to make the Let's Play, not like, I don't know, today. Who cares?
Sorry, Josh.
Oh, speaking of that Barnyard video game that I was playing, it has some of the worst fucking control scheme on a keyboard. Think of it. On a controller you have all the buttons around you. So it works like this, you move with a key, with the directional keys. Or you can move with a WSD, even though the game doesn't tell you that. But you can. You jump with space, sprint with shift. So you'd figure that, oh, so it's easy, you just put your hands on a WSD, sprint with shift, jump with space, and then you move the camera around with the mouse button. But then they put it inventory buttons. You cannot remap the buttons, by the way, and it doesn't support controllers. And they put inventory, which you use all the time, on the I button. So I have to jump from the mouse to the I button. It's just... And then you confirm stuff with enter. So it's like the game expects you to have a third fucking hand. And I'm sorry, but I don't have a third hand. I don't know about you guys. If any of you watching have a third hand, then I have news for you. There's a perfect video game for you. Barnyard on PC. But I swear to God, it's like the game actually expects you to have a third fucking hand. One on AWSD for moving, space and jump. I mean, sprint and jump. The second one on the mouse button for fighting. I won't even tell you how you fight in that game. It's something you have to see to believe it. I don't know, take a guess how a cow can fight. Kicking? With its back feet? No. That's not it. Look it up, I don't know. And, you know, aiming and shooting. Milk? Yeah, shooting milk. It's called squirting. No, it's not like, oh, shoot milk at these enemies. Now they tell you squirt the enemies. Squirt milk at them. I swear to God, I did not saw anything weird about this game when I was a kid. I was just like, oh, it's just a game about cows. It's cute. Look, we got a giant robot on our side. Dog seems like a kind of character that the game wants you to get attached to, and then so they can fucking kill it later.
Crashing through the plaza, knocking over walls, and I think he's looking for Alex. He seems to have it set in his head that she's in the Citadel. I figured Alex wouldn't want him getting any deeper in trouble, but hell,
Yeah, but it's about to end. Episode's about to end.
Hey, dog! There, you can't get through that way.
So who knows? Maybe I'll end my rush of making fucking
Well, I'll be damned.
PC Let's Plays.
I think he wants you to go through, Gordon. You'd better hurry.
There's a
And
path.
if you see Dr. Breen, tell him I said you.
I really had to censor that. Fuck you. There we go. See you fellas in the... Why is this still going? See you fellas in the next episode. Bye.